Now, providing help for homeowners in trouble. NewsHour correspondent Elizabeth Brackett of WTTW Chicago begins our coverage.
The boarded-up homes tell the story. Foreclosures in largely minority neighborhoods on Chicago's south and west sides have tripled since 2004. But the people in this neighborhood may have a second chance.
We're here tonight to let you know that ShoreBank is committed to the people of these communities, and if you're in a situation where you have a mortgage that you didn't know what kind of mortgage it is, or if it's adjusting, or if it's a high-cost loan, we're here to help you with that.
Loan Director Michelle Collins meets with community groups several nights a month to let them know about ShoreBank's new Rescue Loan Program to refinance mortgages in danger of default. ShoreBank identified 10,000 homeowners in their service areas who have subprime loans with rates due to adjust up in the next 18 months. The bank says some with subprime loans are just in way over their heads with loans that cannot be successfully refinanced. Though Collins believes at least 20% of the 10,000 could have qualified for a fixed-rate loan, but were sucked in by enticing offers from mortgage brokers.
So if someone said to you 3 years ago, oh, I could offer you 1% interest, you might say, really, 1% interest? Maybe you didn't ask the question, is it fixed? You know, so if a normal bank offers you 5.5%, which is an excellent rate, you might say, fixed. You might say, oh, no, I don't care if it's adjustable. Let me take the 1%.
That happened to city worker Rudy Villarreal. 2 years ago, he, his wife, Edith Hidalgo, and their 10-year-old son fell in love with this 4-bedroom house on Chicago's west side. First-time home buyers, they didn't realize the consequences of getting a loan that was set to adjust up to a 12% interest rate after 2 years.
When you go in there and you're telling them your dream, you're like showing them everything that you want. So that I think they take advantage of you by saying everything is going to be well. This is not what you can do right now with the loan. It's not the best, but in 2 years, you're going to change the mortgage and it's going to be way better. But you got the house. That's what you want, the house. So you're like, yeah, that's what I want, the house. And you know, 2 years later, it's like, how did I get into this?
Terrified that he would lose the home, Villarreal turned to his local alderman, who told him about ShoreBank's Rescue Loan Program. Working with the family's finances, ShoreBank was able to offer a fixed-rate 30-year loan at 6 3/4%.
It means peace of mind that at least you have a house to live in, and that's your dream. It's an American dream to have a house, you know.
And it's now possible.
Now it's possible. It's very possible, yes.
Can I ask about the mortgages? Are they fixed rates or are they adjustable?
Well, it was an adjustable rate.
The rescue loans, like all ShoreBank loans, are carefully vetted by a series of committees. More than just credit scores are considered.
If we do nothing, there will be a struggle now with the increase of the adjustable rate. And so us refinancing, they will not have to pay that increase, and then they won't, you know, they'll fall into financial hardship. They will not be able to pay the adjustable rate and may be in line for foreclosure.
So what we're doing is taking them out of the 2 adjustables and putting them into 1 fixed rate, and they will not see the payment shock.
Right, right.
Great.
You know, the loan officer is comfortable with the security of her job, and comfortable with, you know, they went through some financial hardships with the medical and with the job change, and it looks like they're going, you know, making the right choices and on the right track to, you know, make the right financial decisions.
At a recent staff meeting, Collins had good news about the first 30 applicants for Bank President Joe Haston.
We've closed 13 of those already. The rest are kind of somewhere in the middle. We've only denied about 4 of them. So, so far we're doing very well. We are building capacity in order to service 10,000 borrowers of this nature.
Well, if you get all 10,000, I'd be delighted.
And more good news. There have been no foreclosures on ShoreBank's loans this year. Collins thinks one reason is that unlike some banks which sell their mortgages to secondary institutions, which then bundle and sell them to investors, ShoreBank's loans are rarely sold.
If you don't have the relationship, if you just sold it off, if something goes wrong and you have to call 1-800-FLORIDA to find out, can I talk to someone, and they're saying, no, you can't talk to anybody, where's the money, where's the money, where's the money, that's a problem.
The Rescue Loan Program fits right into ShoreBank's history. Founded by 4 idealistic young bankers in 1973, it was the country's first community development bank. From the beginning, the bank had a double bottom line: to make a profit and to invest in and develop the communities it served.
Founder Mary Houghton says many skeptics in the early days didn't believe a bank with a mission to develop poor neighborhoods could also make a profit. 34 years later, with a healthy $2.1 billion in assets, Houghton thinks the bank's rescue loan program is just the kind of new challenge the bank should take on.
I think it's a great plan, and I hope we reach, genuinely thousands of people. I do think it is sort of similar to the original bravado of the bank in the 70s when redlining was so prevalent, and we just, as young bankers, said we were going to change it. So I think this is a great step up for the bank.
To finance the rescue loan program, the bank's holding company plans to raise $52 million. And the bank has introduced a new product for socially conscious investors.
We did launch last week an online electronic high-yield deposit savings account product that we hope will cause us to raise core deposits at a rate which will support this increased lending.
ShoreBank hopes bigger banks will follow its lead and begin to refinance their troubled loans.
I can tell you, I've been a lender for a number of years. I don't enjoy driving up and down blocks and seeing boarded up homes. I'm thinking to myself, look at that. And then if you live next door, again, whether you have a subprime loan or not, your home is impacted when the house next door is for sale. Now you put 3 or 4 or 5 of those on a block, you have devastated a block. Somebody has to step up. We are stepping up, and we encourage others to step up with us. We encourage the regulators to encourage other banks who had these subprime loans to modify these loans so that we can curb and reduce the projected number of foreclosures.
Collins says the Chicago area is only about a third of the way through the subprime loan crisis. Another 2/3 of the subprime loans will reset at higher rates within the next 2 years.
Jeffrey Brown takes the story.